It must have snowed throughout the night. The small moments like this of everyday life that present itself unexpectedly, and even the repetitive moments that flow routinely every day, all have their own uniqueness. As the years pass, more and more I'm discovering that there is joy to be found, even in routine tasks that make up most of my days. There's an oddly satisfying feeling that clean glass cups, snow white washcloth, and full water bottles give me. As mundane and tedious routines may seem, completing these small tasks early in the day provide a sense of accomplishment and sets me off in a good mood to start the day. Another way for me to get into a good mood is to watch Muka eat celery. She loves food in general, but when it comes to celery, she really takes her time. What kind of dog eats vegetables so well? It's fascinating and cute every single time. Mocha and Kola are both turning 7 this year, and I only recently realized that larger breeds are considered seniors once they hit the 7-year mark, even though I still feel like they're babies. Moments with them are always special. And I guess the most recent news from us this year must be that this little kitten we found in the mountain has become the newest addition to our now family of 5. It's amazing to see her grow every day. Welcome to the family, Nato. How has your January been so far? Like a good start to the morning starts off a good day, or starting off the first month of the new year by sticking to a healthy routine. Hopefully, it will gain momentum and become a good habit that will pull us through the year. We're focusing on sleeping early, waking up early, and eating healthy. It's always been the most simple yet difficult thing for us, but this year, we're determined as ever to make it happen. Of course, there are always variables in life. Having a new kitten in the house means that the challenge has leveled up. She's like a little ninja. We say Nato is short for Naruto. So I haven't been able to have a decent sleep during the past few weeks, because every night Nato is running around the house and jumping across the bed. To compensate for my lost sleep, I've been having more coffee than usual, which is going against one of my other resolutions this year, which was to cut down on my caffeine intake. But hey, you gotta lose one to gain one, right? Now that I have my caffeine fix, let's start cooking. Today on the menu for the furballs, we have chicken breast, carrot, broccoli, green peas, coriander, and scrambled eggs. We like to mix it up every day. The dogs have been having cooked food for lunch for more than a year now. I started cooking for them when Mocha was diagnosed with early stages of arthritis. It wasn't a huge surprise since Mocha was born with hip dysplasia, and I knew arthritis would inevitably develop as a result, but I'd hoped that day would come later than sooner. Among everything else, weight loss was crucial to take the stress off her hips. The doctor told us that keeping her on a strict diet would be the best way to achieve this, since too much exercise would only accelerate the arthritis. The one thing about Mocha is that she loves food so much. She lives to eat. I couldn't bear to take away her pleasure of eating, so I decided to go quality over quantity. So now it's cooked food for lunch and kibbles for dinner, so they don't miss out on nutrition. And guess what? She has slowly lost 6 kilos over the course of a year. And we've been maintaining it that way now for over 6 months. Honestly, having natto was just adding another bowl to our current routine. So naturally, she was introduced to cooked food. And I'm amazed she never fails to finish her portion. 계란도 먹어봐. 계란. 계란 맛있지 않아? 먹어봐. 자. 자. 먹어봐. I'm sure this goes for most of you, but that holiday season from Christmas to New Year's always gives me that nostalgic feeling. I grew up in KL and haven't been back in 2 whole years, which is a really long time for me. The biggest thing I miss is, of course, my people, my parents and friends who are still living there. And then there's the food. The food in KL is amazing. And since the best way to feel closer to home is to eat the food, we're cooking Malaysian food today. The dish we're cooking is called bak kut teh, which is originally a pork rib dish cooked in broth that's infused with lots of different herbs. But we're cooking it with chicken today. You can always choose to swap out the chicken with pork. My mom sent me a box of this last year from my favorite place that sells it in KL, and it's been something I cook every now and then whenever I need comfort food. The process is fairly simple. Boil water with the seasoning for a good 20 minutes. Remove the packet. Add the meat, and then everything else one by one. For this dish, the longer you cook it, the better it tastes. Put it on low heat and keep adding water. The broth gets much deeper with time as the flavor from the meat and the vegetable all come together. And one extra tip is this cooking caramel made of soy. It adds color and a smoky savoriness and makes dishes look and taste much richer. Because the broth is cooked for a few hours, I like to leave some ingredients aside to the last moment for texture, or else everything will feel soft and mushy. Not to mention that it looks better this way. Until we get to visit KL and have the original version, this will have to do. I hope that you're having a good start to the year with good people and good food wherever you are. Once again, Happy New Year, everyone. Hopefully we'll get to see you soon.